Hello, welcome to Striding Edge Games. I'm Boris.
I'm Julian.
And we have...
Thomas.
And it's a sort of seasonal, near Christmas, we thought we'd do something fun. This is already really hot, so I'm going to take this off. But welcome. We are running through our fantasy fellowships because it is Christmas, or soon to be, and we have a pretty well established running Quest of the Ringbearer campaign.
Yep.
But a fun alternate method of running the Quest of the Ringbearer campaign is constructing a fantasy fellowship. How does this link to Christmas, Julian?
In the books, the Fellowship leave Rivendell on the 25th of December.
Yes. So it is a Christmas movie.
So it is a Christmas movie.
So,
they also all came out at Christmas time.
That's true. Actually, yeah. As did the games.
As did the games.
The Middle-earth, well, it wasn't Mesbiger back then, but yes.
No.
So me and Jules are well acquainted with Quest of the Ringbearer. Thomas?
I follow it.
He has no idea what's happening.
I follow all the videos. What do you...
You were around for the evening. No, actually, this is a trick. We brought you to apologise for your performance last video you were in on the channel. No, we were not. Go and watch the battle report that Thomas did. It was next
Make supplication.
Yeah. So that's our very quick rundown. If you like Fantasy Fellowships or you like Quest of the Ringbearer, we have each prepared blind. We don't know what each of us has chosen. It might be 3 really similar ones, which would be a bit boring. We've each prepared a Quest of the Ringbearer or a Fantasy Fellowship. And we've also, we put out a couple of weeks ago for submissions for viewers or Patreons or Discord members to submit their own Fantasy Fellowship lists. We're going to blind read our 3, and then we're going to read out a few of the viewer submitted ones, and then we're going to vote on them. We're going to argue about which ones we think are the coolest. So that's the rough rundown. Jules, what is the rough rules? Because so this is in the Quest of the Ringbearer book supplement from 2020. At the back there is a rules section for building a fantasy fellowship. Very roughly, what are the...
Yeah, so I suppose if you're not familiar with the fellowship, maybe watch the Quest of the Ringbearer.
Yeah.
But
probably
what are you even doing here?
The fantasy fellowship is, hey, what if you had the fellowship but you could maybe tweak it a little bit, change it. Maybe, it's Bilbo or, something else. It's got a few key rules.
Yep.
There's a couple of not fixed choices, but like restricted choices.
Yes.
So your ring bearer has to be Bilbo in either version.
Yep.
But not Master Burglar.
Yes, because he's really good.
He's excellent if he's Master Burglar, so not him. But so either Bilbo, i.e. Thorin's Company Bilbo or Aging Bilbo, Frodo, or Smeagol.
Yeah, who are all hobbity ring bearers, basically.
They're all hobbits. They're all ring bearers.
No Isildur.
Sadly, it can't be Sam.
True. Well, he's the ultimate companion. No Isildur and no Sauron.
Yes.
Because it would be quite a quick campaign if it was Sauron. It would be he's got it. That's cool.
So the second restriction is the choice of a companion. In the movie and the book, obviously this is Sam, but in this you are restricted. Nominally, it has to be a Hobbit hero, but if you take Bilbo in either incarnation, it can be one of Thorin's Company's dwarves.
It's his mates.
As long as they're 50 points or less.
Yeah, so you can't take Thorin with you up to Mount Doom because he would be a bit nuts.
Or Dwalin.
Yeah, or Dwalin. Worth noting, obviously, Quest of the Ringbearer came out last edition. We had decided to use the profiles and the points values from the current edition because it's just a faff trying to remember the old edition's rules. So there are some winners and losers in that. And the choices we're going to run through roughly. So if you choose whoever you choose for your companion and your ring bearer, and you kind of skimp on those points values, there's a long section in the Quest of the Ring Bearer campaign where it's just the ring bearer and the companion on their own. They're going to be really, really like sort of underpowered, as it were. So so it's the ring bearer and the companion. Who else?
The other two more fixed choices are Merry and Pippin.
Yep.
These have to be a hero that is less than 50 points or less.
50 points or less, because you can take a 50 point.
Doesn't have to be a hobbit, but there's not many heroes which are 50 points or less on the good side.
Yeah.
And then the final restriction is your wizard. This has to be someone Strictly, it has to be someone who in the last edition could cast magic, because Franduil is one of these choices, and he can't cast magic anymore.
No, certainly not. He gets a few other bonuses, but yeah, I think basically it's a list of like the wise, what Tolkien would refer to as the wise. So you get people, well, very quickly, it is Gandalf the Grey, Saruman the White, so the White Council version, Radagast, Galadriel, not the Lady of Light version, Elrond, Celeborn, again, probably was a good choice last edition.
Not so great
maybe
now.
Not so great now. Círdan, interestingly, Arwen and Gildor and Thranduil. So some big tasty elves and Istari. And then other than that, you're basically free to go, right? So you have Aragorn, Legolas, Boromir and Gimli.
But the last three choices can be anyone.
Yeah.
But things that happen in the Ringbearer campaign still happen. So whoever you choose to be Boromir will die.
Will die, and one hen. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Spoilers. And when the Fellowship kind of receive things, so the Ringbearer will get Sting and the Mithril shirt.
Yep.
Unless it's Smeagol.
And somehow if it's young Bilbo, he receives it from himself. But
yes.
Whatever.
Whatever. Aragorn will get access. The Aragorn replacement will get Andoril.
Only in the very last mission, but yes, it's very funny.
The Gandalf replacement will fall into darkness at Khazad-dûm, but will come back as a white version. So
he gets, or she gets, +1 casting value and +1 attack, I think.
Yeah.
So you could end up with Radagast the White, the true.
Or Saruman the very, very white.
Saruman the extra shiny white.
Extra shiny white being through the rinse cycle. Or Gildor. Gildor the White. That could be funny.
The White.
If you want to go budget Gandalf, why not? It could be interesting.
And then there's other gifts that the Fellowship get when they enter Lorien. So the Elven cloaks, Legolas's bow, Gimli's locks. These bonuses, they all come into play
when you hit the level, when you hit the missions that they receive them, and there's a few other bits and bobs. The rule of one applies, so you can't have like Aragorn and Elessar. You can't have
Sting and Sting.
You can't have Sting and Sting. You can't have ring bearers.
You can
you can have multiple ring bearers, so you could take old Bilbo and Frodo, but only Bilbo, only whoever you chose as the ring bearer gets the ring. Makes sense.
Yep.
I actually found the trickiest thing was trying to get everything in under 750 points.
Yes, that's another restriction.
One of the
750 points maximum. But you can buy pointed upgrades if you want.
Yes, to include, so you can bring it up to the total, but as you say, you get a lot of upgrades throughout anyway. So do you get them early, or is it worth?
Do you not
waiting?
bother and then just they're lightweight? So
the other, no cavalry.
Sadly.
Yes.
Although, I don't know if it's kind of a hole, but monsters are fine.
Well, they just have to have the infantry keyword.
Which is all the monsters.
Yeah, bizarrely, you can have Gwaihir, he's fine, but no cavalry, absolutely
no
not.
Cavalry.
Bandabrus Took, absolutely not, but Gwaihir, go for it.
Fine.
But hey, I mean, obviously the rules have to be ruled somewhere. And then finally, you sadly can't take Tom Bombadil or Goldberry or the Galadriel Lady of the Light or the Scouring the Shire Hobbits, because obviously that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So, pretty extensive list of rules in some ways, but quite simple in others. It's very loosey-goosey. I think we've all approached this, again, we don't know what each other's lists are. We've all approached this in slightly different ways.
Hopefully, otherwise this will be a really boring.
Yeah, it might be three lists exactly the same, but I think hopefully they're slightly different.
We had a little conversation, didn't we, over whether you want to have like a thematic one or an effective one.
I think it's a fun concept to maybe try and make like the toughest fantasy fellowship possible, like the one that will absolutely get to Helm's Deep and Minas Tirith and the slopes of Orodruin.
I think I went for a surprisingly good fellowship, possibly.
Interesting.
But I wasn't explicitly aiming for a top tier shit kicking.
Yeah.
No, and I definitely lean to the narrative side of it a lot more as well. Yeah.
Middle Earth is a game about theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean, maybe,
let's go.
Let's go straight into it.
Thomas, you lead us off. You've got your pen and paper.
I got my pen and paper. I was prepared.
So go through. I think just go through in the order that they.
I got the list and I've got the original members and their replacements.
Give us your theme.
So my theme was the dwarves with old Bilbo on one last adventure.
Like retirement home outing.
Like a retirement, but there is a little bit of younger generation in there.
Well, some dwarves when he leaves. Bag End, he leaves with a couple of
He
dwarves.
does have companions.
So is it
when
when
he's leaving.
he does the thing in the movie, the really cool shot where he tips the ring out and it slams and doesn't bounce? Instead of that, he goes like, "Screw you, Gandalf," and like sprints out the door and doesn't give it up.
I like to think it's more that Bilbo invites Frodo to come along with him
And
because
Gandalf like has to chase him to Rivendell. Or...
Yeah.
so there's a couple of consistent themes in mine. So first of all, I replaced Frodo with Bilbo.
Old Bilbo.
Old Bilbo,
I like it.
specifically.
Okay.
Because I feel I wanted to keep it all era appropriate, although I have taken some liberties with it.
Sure.
Sam is then replaced with Frodo because obviously you want
enough,
Bilbo with Frodo.
Yeah, and his uncle.
Then I run into the lovely 750 points problem, and I cheaped out and took Merry and Pippin for 10 points apiece.
I mean, they're really hard to beat. I think it's a worth noting that we were all doing our lists earlier, or sort of finalising them, and it's like, who do you? Multiple points. All of us were like, who do you replace X with, like Aragorn or Gimli or Boromir or Legolas, especially this edition, because they're like all of them are really points efficient and really good.
They're really.
And you're like, who do you? And for 10 points, Merry and Pippin, they're rubbish. But for 10 points, you get 2 points of fate.
Yeah, and interestingly, we talked earlier about how you know Bilbo is able to take his companion could be one of the dwarves of the 13th Company, and some of them are under 50 points and some of them are not.
Yeah.
So you actually do have a lot of flexibility on who you put in the Merry and Pippin one.
For sure.
So I looked at Oin. Because he survived, and this is where the real theme of it comes in.
Yeah.
Because it's whoever survived the Battle of the Five Armies.
Yes.
So Oin survived.
Yeah.
Ori survived.
Yes. Is Ori the one who goes to Moria and then gets killed in Balin's tomb? Is he the chronicler?
He might be.
Ori is the one. He's
There's a few of them, and I did try to avoid people who would be elsewhere. So, but then you've got Ori, Nori, Biffa, Bombor are both 45 each.
Okay,
so I did originally have them in those slots, but I ran out of points elsewhere.
Sure.
Then moving on, I kept Gandalf because I figure he's a friend. He's a friend to dwarves and to hobbits alike.
For sure.
Whereas I did play with the idea of Elrond, but I was like, their dwarves don't particularly like
they might not get on.
On occasion, even though he is a great friend to them. From his part. Then we get into the really fun stuff.
Okay.
So Aragorn, I replaced with Dwalin.
Oh, nice.
Which is
King
interesting.
Dwalin.
Well, I figured he would sally forth on one last adventure, and I did play with the idea of Dane, and I was like, well, maybe Dane would be a bit busy.
Okay, interesting.
So I couldn't work out who would be more important to send, but I needed someone a bit pricier and a bit better than some of the other choices.
Okay, interesting.
Which is interesting, yeah. Then I've got Legolas. I replaced with Thorin 3.
Okay.
Because I guess he would go on a new quest, right?
Maybe,
if he's grown up on all the stories of all of
it.
his uncles.
He's also extremely strong as a
He
hero.
is very good as a hero as well, and I figure as a Legolas replacement, pretty good.
Yeah.
Gimli is obviously there because he is a dwarf.
Fine.
But I wanted to pair him up with Gloin because I figure let's father-son team up, channel a bit of that. Is it Army of Erebor or whichever
something like
the
that.
special list is?
Yep.
But Gloin is fated to die because
poor
he is old. I figure it would be quite emotional. It would make a good story beat for Gimli.
That's good, yeah.
So
I like it. Okay, so very dwarf heavy, but
So it's a Hobbit start.
Hobbit start with a wizard and then dwarfs.
Yeah. So I think I came out at 730 points.
Okay.
And I just couldn't find anything to wiggle around in some of the options.
Okay, I really like it. So I'm just thinking scenarios wise, the first few in the campaign, which are like hobbits leaving the Shire, are pretty much going to be the same.
Going to be very similar.
Similar. Sam's free heroic combat won't go off because it's Frodo, but Frodo's not bad. Moria will be probably pretty similar, but you've got a decent amount of good fighters in there.
Yeah.
And then after that, Amon Hen, that'll be about the same. I would be interested to see Dwalin, Thorin 3, and Gimli on the walls of Helm's Deep. That would be quite interesting.
They'll all need boxes.
The short.
I mean, they wouldn't be very good at the free hunters part, right? Like,
they're
dangerous over short distances, though.
Maybe they'd catch them really fast. They wouldn't need to do the long distance.
you have to take off an inch for every.
That'd be very interesting. And then Dwalin becomes king of Minas Tirith, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's what happens, right?
Okay. I like it. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Jules, run us through. What's your theme? What's your theme?
So my theme was actually in some ways similar to Thomas's, but it was it was more like, hey, what if Bilbo came back after the Hobbit?
Yep.
And then Gandalf like quite quickly worked out about the ring and was like, no, we're gonna go.
We're gonna go straight away.
So they go off,
Yep.
and then obviously like they get to Rivendell. So if it's like straight after the Hobbit, Aragorn is like 6 or something.
Yes.
So he's not going to be involved.
No.
So I've kind of changed it a little bit.
Okay.
What I've got is
Your Ringbearer is for young Bilbo as well.
well, no, Thomas's is old Bilbo.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
old Bilbo. Yeah, so
So my Ringbearer is Bilbo Baggins.
Okay.
My companion, just because I think he's great, and I don't know whether he's going to be young or he probably wouldn't be, but Farmer Maggot because he's amazing.
Yeah. I think he'd probably be. He's a bit old.
I feel like maybe the thing
young.
is some of these people, and there is a thing on my last choice, my
Yeah.
Boromir choice. Maybe they're not necessarily the named character
see.
they are. They're like an ersatz version of that.
I see. It's slightly bending the rules. Well, it's Farmer Maggot's dad.
Well, it's also because I also wanted to have hobbits still.
Yeah. Okay.
But there aren't that many hobbits that are in the rules that were around early on. But so yeah, maybe it's Farmer Maggot's dad, Farmer Baggott.
Or Maggot Senior.
Maggot Senior.
there's a lot of farmers in the Shire, so it could be any one of them.
And also, I mean, in the Fellowship, he's great because you get dogs.
You get 3 dogs, which
three
is
dogs.
actually I've seen. It's the battle streams in Middle Earth, which is we owe a kind of inspiration debt to because watching their original Quest of the Ringbearer videos was one of the things that made us go, maybe we should try. But they have they do a fantasy fellowship, and it is one of the members is Farmer Maggot, and the Ringwraiths die because they get trapped. The dogs move fast, and then they get trapped, and then
And
Farmer
it's just
Maggot
extra attacks
has a 2-hander with Mike behind it.
Yeah.
So I think he's got 2 attacks base, so he gets to make 4 strikes against the trapped Ringwraith. And yeah, sure, their defense 8, but 2-hander knocks it down. You know, you got Mike behind it. I can't remember what video. Go and watch all their videos, but especially the quest ones. But they mop the floor
I
with.
was going to say it's 11 attacks, isn't it? If you surround it with 3 dogs and they're 1 attack apiece.
And Farmer Maggot.
And 2 double to 4 from Farmer Maggot. Yeah?
It's 8,
For
5, 10. It's 10 attacks.
There's 10 attacks.
Yeah.
But still a lot of attacks.
Still,
so you're good at it.
potentially, yeah.
yeah.
Unless you roll as badly as I do sometimes, and then nothing happens.
Well, so I took Farmer Maggot. My choice for a Merry replacement, again, he's probably not around, but Farmer Tolman Cotton,
Okay.
who's a strong Hobbit hero. He also has a 2-hander.
Okay. Oh, it's the
can,
pitchfork.
It can be a spear.
Okay. Lovely.
And he allows hobbits within 6 inches, I believe, to re-roll 1s in a dual roll.
Oh,
Okay.
And I thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
And then, because it's the only other Hobbit that's actually around at the time, I've got Lobelia Sackville Baggins as my
Amazing.
Pippin choice.
Amazing.
So she's 20 points, so not too expensive.
Yeah.
And has just the best rule in the game.
One of the best. I mean, I
you know.
like the idea of Lobelia smacking Denethor with an umbrella, being like, "Don't burn your son, you idiot."
Yeah, or the Balrog.
I mean, all the bad. It doesn't work.
Oh no, yes, it's
Yeah,
true. Right,
sadly.
it doesn't work on monsters.
It doesn't work on monsters. But just thematically, I mean, like the scene where Pippin's having to sing in the thing. She's like, "I'm not singing." Smack,
bang,
smack,
bang, bang.
smack.
And my thinking behind there is like she's like, what's this Bilbo doing sneaking off again? So she follows him.
Yeah.
And Gandalf's like, right, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
Like,
Obviously.
so then I've kept Gandalf. I mean, I think
You got it, right?
I think he's around and he's great.
I think he is the solidest choice as well.
He's a very solid choice.
He's the best out of the wizards for quests because he now has 2 attacks, but even previously he had Orcris, so he was the best combatant out of all of them. Oh, sorry, Glandring. And I think out of the because you can take Saruman the White Council version, and he's got very good magic. But yeah, just in quest where you're playing for a long time and the stats don't regenerate automatically, being able to survive those combats, I think, is really valuable.
And then in my thinking, I kind of thought, in the books, there's a reason why Legolas and Gimli turn up because they're coming to report various things.
Yep.
This wouldn't have happened.
Yep.
So I was like, for some of the other choices, they're going to have to be people that are at Rivendell.
Yeah.
So instead of Aragorn, I've gone with Glorfindel.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
yeah. So
He's probably not as good as Aragorn, but he's very close.
it's very close.
He's got Lord of the West, which makes up for the loss of the Free Might.
And I mean, he gets to do round 2 in. I mean, it's not the same Balrog, but in Moria, he can just go like,
Moria 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I've done this before, mate. Let's go.
And then also who would be there is Elrohir and Elladan instead of
Yeah.
Legolas and Gimli. So I've got triple elves. And then for Boromir, it's Time Lord doesn't quite work out, but I thought it'd be funny if young Denethor had maybe come. He might be really young. I don't know how old he is.
Look, the stewards have Numenorian heritage, don't they? So I think they're slightly
So
longer.
maybe. So, but I thought I don't want to use Denethor's profile because it wouldn't be right. So I thought, what about taking Eärna, the last king of Gondor, as young Denethor who has something to prove?
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
I like that.
And then also he's going to die because it's Boromir.
Well, there'll be no Boromir.
There will be
If
no
Death-
Boromir.
Death will pass
It's
away.
very sad.
Yeah. What's Eärna's? Oh, he gets to match fight value.
He gets to match fight
That's his
values.
rules.
He has to charge.
Okay.
He's headstrong and aggressive.
Yeah, he's
So you've got a lot of like just really solid like melee combatants.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Which-
hobbits, but
which
the
is
hobbits
the-
are still pretty.
And
good.
I
Which
feel
is
like
the Fellowship as well, right? Normally when you've got Boromir and Aragorn in there,
and Gimli and Legolas.
Yeah, you've got a really good core of fighters.
I mean, I think on the initial, having done the initial missions myself, I thought actually Farmer Cotton, Farmer Maggot, quite
the
a strong.
farmers.
It's the farmers. They're a strong combo. Lobelia actually can just like stop a ring wraith.
Yeah. For I mean, who else do you face? Yeah, ring race are probably the big ticket items in Quest for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what we should do is do Weathertop with our Fantasy Fellowship choices
be a good
as a
one.
nice kind of measure of, because it's a short scenario.
Just the 4 choices.
See which one is the most
5
efficient.
against 5 when Aragorn turns up.
But yeah, so that's kind of that. It's just, I sort of
I like that one as well. It's
I
very
almost would
clever.
want to give Elladan and Elrohir Legolas and Gimli's rule, but obviously one of them doesn't shoot.
yes.
But that would be incredibly good. Yeah, that sounds very. Yeah, I would almost want to give them Legolas and Gimli's rule, but they kind of have it already. Yeah, no horses as you say, but yeah, very very interesting.
They can both be 3 attacks if they want to,
Right.
or they can both
Yep.
2-hand, or they can shield with their swords.
Yeah, I have a feeling they would blitz through like the Moria and Lothlorien stretch. I think that Fellowship would probably do pretty well at just being like, we're fine. I'd almost want to be like, every game I'm going to try and get one of Elladan and Elrohir killed, so the other one goes bonkers and gets really
nuts.
good, and then you're like,
It's a high risk. It's a high risk
But
strategy.
then you're just like,
but,
recovery roll,
yeah,
it's fine. He's all good, he's back up again. And the rest of the Fellowship are like, guys, he's just getting knocked unconscious all the time.
Yeah, and they're quite nice because their budget, because they're 160 points for the 2, so they're 80
Yeah.
points each.
That's
good,
cheap,
yeah.
actually. For an elf hero, that's very cheap.
So I was saving some points to make up for the slightly more expensive Hobbit choices.
Yeah, okay. Thomas, how far do you think that would get?
Well, because you get, like you say, you've got the early scenarios. You'll blitz through those no trouble because you've got a really powerful combination of hobbits.
Yep.
Your 3 hunters pretty solid. You're gonna have
Unlike yours, would be very fast over ground.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
would
kind of the
be.
opposite.
Yeah, kind of the exact opposite. Yeah.
Yep.
Dwarves versus elves. The old
Me.
enmity again.
King Glorfindel.
King Glorfindel.
Hey, so-
I mean, Glorfindel with Andoril is kind of quite
I
effective.
mean, sadly, it's only for one mission.
Yeah,
Right at
yeah,
the
Well,
end.
Glorfindel is a combat monster. He will slaughter his way through most of the missions without too much difficulty.
Probably. I mean, he's only strength 4 with a. He's got a hand and a half.
yeah,
he's
It's Elven Maid as well.
Elven-made, so he's
But that's
pretty,
that's always the thing
with a
with
high
elves.
fight. So he's
Although
pretty-
actually, to be fair, in Ringbearer, trolls are fight 7, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But he's also got
well,
a good set of heroics.
The cave troll is 6, but goes up to 7 with the new additions.
We
version.
decided it goes
We've
up to 7,
we
yeah,
decided-
yeah.
Well, and then Games Workshop
and the rules
published.
did, yeah. And the Balrog is 9, so that doesn't really help.
But
he has strike.
He can strike.
But yeah, I think
Balrog's 10 even, but
Yeah.
But I think you'll get through the campaign pretty easily. And I think it's probably is stronger than my list. I would have said,
Interesting.
just from all the elves
Interesting. Okay,
and Lobelia.
and the Velia. Yeah.
we'll jump into mine. So, my theme is that very similar in starting. Bilbo wakes up after getting knocked on the head after the Battle of 5 Armies and finds out the One Ring's awoken. And Gandalf's like, oh, that doesn't look good. Off you go. But he hasn't gone back to the Shire.
Right.
Gandalf gets really distracted and sends Bilbo off on his own to go and get a fellowship to then take it to the
Right.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the cracks of doom. and everyone's really busy. So my theme is that everyone sends a substitute teacher. So the Ringbearer is young Bilbo.
Yep.
He doesn't. I'm not buying him Sting for 5 points because he gets it from himself at Rivendell.
Yeah.
He gets sent with Balin from Thor. Dane, King Under the Mountain, is like, Balin, you're good friends with him. Off you go.
Only 40 points as well. It's a good one.
Yeah, only 40 points. I think stands a pretty good chance. He's not quite as good as Sam in terms of he's tougher
Synergy.
and has a better fight value, but yeah, not quite as good in synergy. But he has the priority thing, which I think in Quest is actually a pretty huge deal, because a lot of the missions Evil don't have might, so it's just a straight priority roll, and the ability to just go against the ring race and
say it's your priority.
It's my priority. I just. Oh, I think he gets to re-roll it, doesn't he?
Sorry.
So he makes it through and gets to Lake Town, and the two of them decide they need to hire a mount, and they find Gil the pony, who is Bill the pony's ancestor, and manage to recruit him into their fellowship.
A legendary pony.
The merry replacement is Bill the pony.
Nice, yep.
Mostly because of the thematics of when we get to the Pelennor Fields, Merry will be replaced with Bill. Bill will be in the middle of the charge of the Rohirrim and just like running along.
More importantly, Eowyn will put a pony on top of her horse in front
No,
of
I
her.
think, well, maybe that would also be very funny. But maybe Bill's just next to Eowyn and is like, let's go, little Eowyn. We have overlapped slightly. My Pippin replacement is Lobelia Sackville Baggins, because I like the idea of she's the slightly more foolish.
I like that we both chose Lobelia as Pippin as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't fit with Merry, does it?
No.
It's not the right thing. So somehow Lobelia has gone like, Bilbo's been away for too long. I need to go and get that
She
deed.
decides to...
She sets off to go and find Bilbo.
She marches off with her umbrella into
and crosses the Misty Mountains and ends up in
Bilbo
Lake Town.
Baggins, come here!
But in this timeline, Bilbo's ring manages to save Thorin.
Oh.
So my Aragorn replacement is Thorin, King Under the Mountain version.
Ooh.
So 130 points, not buying him Orcrist, because that makes him 140, but he gets 3 heroic combats. I think he has to charge. Dwarves get to reroll things around him or something, but he gets a 3 heroic combat. He's defense 8, fight 6 or 7, I think he's 6, has strike and all that good stuff. So he's a soft Aragorn replacement, but he decides to go with
Even though
Bilbo.
he's got a new mountain to rule.
Well, he just feels kind of bad about the whole.
Oh, he
like,
left Dane in charge.
yeah. Maybe he gets knocked with amnesia. So
Right.
Dane becomes king under the mountain still and sends Thorin as a replacement, not realizing it's Thorin. It's all very operatic. On the way south, they head back through Mirkwood, and Thranduil's like, "Oh, you guys again? All right, as my substitute, I'm going to send you Tauriel.
Get her away from
Get her
Legolas.
away from Legolas." So she's the Legolas replacement because why not? She's pretty good.
She's decent.
She's not.
She's less shooty but more fighty.
Yeah, less shooty, more fighty. She's got the Blade Lord thing, so she's pretty good in combat. She's still
Blade
defensive.
Mistress.
Blade Mistress. Blade Master. Can't remember what the rule's called. Blade something.
It's Blade Mistress.
Blade Mistress, fine. So, yeah, she's pretty good at fighting. She's still got a bow and 3-up shoot and stuff, but...
I think she's got expert shot as well, so she can take two shots.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, something like that. And then...
You have to pay for the bow, though.
Well, then maybe she doesn't have a bow.
Okay. It's 5 points.
Well, maybe she has a bow then. So they keep heading south, this ragtag band, and they end up going through Mirkwood. They accidentally go past Lothlorien, end up going through Fangorn. And my Gimli replacement is Beachbone the Ent.
Sure.
As you do.
Because they bump into Treebeard and he's like, well, my substitute's going to be one of these idiots. So that's a lot, 150 points. And then they get lost again, they go over the Anduin and they end up in the White Mountains near Rohan and Gondor. And they accidentally stumble into some of the mountain caves and they wake up some ghosts. And somehow Bilbo manages to convince the King of the Dead to join the,
come with them.
Yes, you do.
Fellowship. So my Boromir replacement is King of the Dead. And then somehow that merry band ends up going back to the Shire, and then the Quest of the Ringbearer campaign starts. But
Right.
that was my...
and they lose some of the others on the
then
way.
they lose some of the others, and they rejoin them, and then it's all fine. But yeah, so it's young Bilbo, Balin, Bill the Pony, Lobelia, Radagast. Sorry, I didn't say.
You didn't say Radagast.
I didn't say Radagast.
Yeah.
Gandalf is like, I can't be bothered to. It's too much. I've hung
catch
up with
up
these.
later.
I'll catch up later. He sends Radagast. So Radagast the Brown is my replacement.
Radagast is loitering around after the
Yeah.
Battle of the Five Armies as well, isn't he? So yeah.
Thorin, King Under the Mountain, Toriel, Beachbone, and the King of the Dead is my fellowship. I had a second recurring theme in this, which I don't know if you guys have picked up, but we decided off camera that rules that apply to Thorin's keywords,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Thorin's applying to a dwarf. If there's not another dwarf in the army list, it doesn't apply. But anyone who has fellowship buff would apply to the whole gang because they are the new fellowship. So my other theme is taking advantage of
Bill the Pony.
the quest. Well, taking advantage of the quest's stat tracking and regenning. So try and get as many stats back as possible. So Bill the Pony can regenerate 1 point of Might, Will, Fate, or Wound every turn.
Yeah.
So use that to keep your people up and running right from the start because he's a merry replacement. Radagast has the Renew spell.
He does, yeah.
So that's a wound a turn back that he can cast if he manages to pass it. And that was it. I was also going to put in Oin because he has healing herbs.
But it only works on Thorin's company, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I was going to put in Oin and Ori.
Oh,
as
yes,
my,
yeah.
I think because I thought Ori's slingshot, which
Yeah.
automatically does a wound on a 6, would be very funny against like the Witch King because none of the Nazgul have fate and have 1 wound. So you just be like, I have a 1 in 6 chance of just one-shotting the
Well, I was,
ring race
I
off
was
the board.
thinking of taking at one point taking Boldo Tolpany, who
Yeah.
is the stone skipper, and he's got the exact same rule that when he throws stones, if he rolls a 6, it just automatically wounds.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So you two, what do you think of that fellowship? How would it survive?
I mean, it's
It's silly.
It is silly. I like
But
that
also-
one as well.
I stuck with everyone is era appropriate. I didn't go with any.
Yeah.
We've all
Yeah.
considered what the actual journey will be and who they might bump into.
Yeah,
Which is
apart from
nice.
technically Build a Pony in mine, but
Well, I think
it's Gil the
there's,
Pony.
there's
Gil the
many
Pony.
heroic ponies in,
Yes.
in Middle Earth.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, they're unsung. I think it's I mean,
I just wanted to put an end on the walls of Helm's Deep.
Yeah,
So
I think-
Gimli becomes Beachbone, and the thing where he jumps down into the gap where they blow the wall open and charge through. It would be an Ent.
yeah. I mean, I think we discussed the possibility of having 3 Ents, which I think is doable.
I think it's doable. Yeah, we added
But you'd have to survive the early scenarios.
again, it's the same. But I guess you've got Lobelia again, right? And you've got the
Yeah.
Bilbo's pretty good.
I mean,
Bilbo's
there's
fine,
definitely
yeah.
a
Young
theme
Bilbo's
of
good.
there's definitely a theme of Bilbos, isn't there?
Yeah, it's really interesting. And when we get onto the viewer list submissions, we'll see that theme continue.
I mean, I think it's interesting because I was looking, and if you don't have Sam, there's no disadvantage to taking young Bilbo
Yes.
as opposed to Frodo because they're exactly the same, apart from young Bilbo's got better intelligence for some reason.
Do you say he has Rook Stroke as well? I think.
Yes, and he has
which
Heroic
is a-
Strike and Heroic Resolve, which isn't going to come up, but you know.
Yeah.
Sure. But
I will say
he...
defense is useful. It's come up in our quest.
Yes,
campaign.
but young Bilbo's got Heroic
Oh,
Defense.
sorry, you said defense. I thought I missed that.
He's got Defense, Strike, and Resolve.
Defense,
Yeah,
strike,
yeah.
resolve. Okay.
Whereas Frodo just has possibly Resolve and Defense, but he might just have Defense.
he definitely doesn't have strike.
But young Bilbo has it has not yet awoken special rule, which
yeah.
means he doesn't roll for the ring,
Which is huge.
which is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't put it on in some of the early scenarios because that's what the ring wraiths are trying to make
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
But in the later scenarios, he's like, yeah, sure.
In Moria,
Um,
just walk up to a cave troll and be like, cool.
yeah, or the Balrog even, like, you know, like
Yeah.
he'll still lose the fight, but like it'd be funny.
It's only old Bilbo who can assist other fights.
Well, that was the other thing I was
So
going to
you've
say
got
is
old Bilbo.
interesting. No, Thomas
No,
has
you've
taken
got
old
old
Yeah, I've
Bilbo.
got old
So
Bilbo.
actually, that's a
yeah.
really important consideration. So in yours, old Bilbo can walk up to the Balrog, half its fight,
and have
then-
a friend involved.
and have a
friend jump in.
Dwalin or Thorin or
Yeah.
Gimli or Gloin. They all fight 6. Just smash the Balrog up.
As
That'd
you
be pretty
do.
good, yeah.
Get your dwarf companions to
Yeah.
do all the work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of theme, so we all took Bilbo. You
Yes.
and I did a Lobelia.
Yeah.
Thomas and I stuck with Gandalf because he's just good. And I looked at others and I was like,
Yeah, I mean, it's tempting. I think in the triple ent list, you basically have to
cheap
take
out.
Smeagol,
Yeah.
the cheapest Hobbit companions you can possibly find, and then
the cheapest
'cause-
magician.
We
Yeah.
did when we were talking about this. That was one of the things
Yeah.
we came up with. Was we were saying, well, can you take monsters? Yes,
Yes.
because they're infantry. What's the cheesiest list you could take? And it would be 3 ents.
it'd be very good. Yeah.
It's 500 points, which does, and especially with how expensive the wizard slot normally is,
Yeah.
it really restricts your other options. You end up having to take Merry and Pippin because they're cheap. You end up having to cheap out with
Yeah.
Smeagol, like you say. So you don't actually have a great deal of flexibility, but at the same time, you have 3 ents for the end of the campaign. You're not going to be struggling in any of the
So
later missions.
You weren't tempted to take Bjorn.
Well, I was, but he's 200
He's
points.
really expensive,
Whereas,
yeah.
or Grimbeorn, they're very similar. Whereas the two cheaper ents are 150.
Yeah.
So it does save you the 50 points. Bjorn is better, and actually I think it's more thematic because you take the human version, and then he just happens to turn
He
into a
happens to be
bear,
a bear. Right.
which would also be very funny as Bjorn on the walls of Helm's Deep or something.
But we were saying also Strider is really hard to replace.
Oh, they're all hard.
They're
though.
all, and I mean, they're iconic and...
Sure, but I mean, he is a very good, in my view, he's a very good hero for a very good cost.
Yeah. Well, and just a free might point. There's a few
free,
heroes
yeah.
that do a free heroic or a free something, or there might be a
move,
few
maybe.
that do a move in the game, but there's no one who gets a free might point every turn in the entire game. And it's
Other
just
than Bolg after he's killed a bunch of people.
yeah, sure. But it's no evil models. We didn't mention that, but it's true.
Yes, no evil. Although weirdly it says you can take Grima if you've taken Saruman the White, and I don't know if he's evil or not.
I think he didn't start out as evil. I think he has a redemption.
He was a
arc.
man at one point.
Yeah, exactly. He was a man of Rohan. Yeah, it's really interesting. I think Bjorn would be very funny. The 3 ents would be very funny. I guess technically you could take Gwar here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think there's something to be said for narratively Gwahir helping Gandalf through a quest.
I mean, yeah, he turns up a bunch, doesn't
but he certainly wouldn't be found in Moria. So
Yeah, Gwar here in Mori would not be. He wouldn't be having
I
fun.
just imagine it's like, you know, when a bird gets stuck inside a house. It's just
Yeah,
like flying
basically.
around madly.
Okay. Well, we have 3. I've picked out 3 viewer submission lists, so I'll go through these quickly. The first one is from Turenbar. I think I've read that right. Is that a character in the Silmarillion?
Turenbar.
That's the one. Who is one of our lovely Discord people, has sent through. When Gandalf told Frodo about the ring, it wasn't just Sam dropping Eves, he was on a date with Rosie. They both overheard, and Gandalf sent them both with Frodo. On their way, they meet up with Pippin and travel together to Rivendell.
On a date in the flower beds.
Well,
Like-
yeah. Once they were there,
someone
at the
else's
council-
garden, no less. Outrageous.
yeah, at his work, basically, right? Yeah. Once they were at the Council of Elrond, the elves were like, "We got this, don't worry." Frodo is Frodo. Sam is Sam. Merry is Rosie. So Sam and Rosie get split up. So he has to choose.
Rough.
Basically, he's like, "Do I follow Amon Hen?" He's like, "Do I go with my
And she gets
girlfriend?"
kidnapped by orcs.
Yeah, do I go with my girlfriend or do I go with like my master? I guess I go with him. But hey, maybe he's kind-hearted. Pippin is Pippin. Gandalf is Galadriel.
Interesting.
Aragorn is Elrond. Legolas is Legolas. Gimli is Glorfindel, and Boromir is Arwen. So rough for Elrond.
And Aragorn.
Well, and Aragorn, but he's not there. It's
He's
fine.
not there, but he's still going to be heartbroken.
5 elves, sorry, and 4 hobbits.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty good.
very. And again, Glorfindel's in there, right? You got.
Yeah,
you got
I like the sort of elven paternalistic thing of like we're not going to involve any of the other races. Like
Look at that.
these Hobbit people, they seem to have all the rings, but
Yeah. Other than that, we'll just do that. Yep, very very powerful.
it's an elven stitch up.
The next person is Leon, who's also one of our lovely Discord people. His is titled "We Turned Up at the Wrong Mountain," which is another dwarf one. So when you're talking about it, but it's more Thorin's Company themed.
Yes,
So it's Bilbo Baggins as the Ringbearer, both for the dwarf as the companion,
Yeah, he's good.
Ori as Merry, Oin as Peregrine, Gandalf as Gandalf. Balin, sadly, is Boromir. But I guess he does die.
He does
it's
die,
thematic.
so I mean he's fated.
Gloin is Legolas, and Gimli is Gimli. Dwalin is Aragorn. There you go. So
similar theme. Because I think I specifically wanted them to all be old rather than young.
That's cool.
But so it's a nice difference at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty. I like the idea of they headed to Erebor and accidentally got to Barad-dûr. And we're like, oh crap, this is the wrong mountain. Very good. Yeah, solid. I don't think it would be much different than the if Gimli and Gloin could have their rule from the army list where they get to reroll wounds.
Yes,
that would be horrific. Maybe you could say that would be fun. And then finally, Duck, who is one of our lovely patrons. A patron of Patreon. His list is basically the White Council discovered that the ring. They discovered the ring. Bilbo swore to destroy it as it hasn't taken hold of him. Again, we're on a very similar theme. I think 5 out of 6 are basically young Bilbo.
Young Bilbo is just like
realizes the ring is the ring. Having been successful with the retaking of Erebor without anyone falling, Thorin and his dwarfs pledged to see Bilbo. In the quest, Keely's girlfriend Toriel joined, as Aragorn and Arwen would not fall in love yet. She's pledged her part to do her part to guide them to Mount Doom. Bard, wishing to protect his family and people from the growing darkness, also pledges his support. Ringbearer is Bilbo Baggins' young companion is Balin, same as myself.
Yeah, good.
Merry and Pippin are Fili and Keely, very strong.
Yeah, strong.
Wizard is Arwen. That's quite an unusual. It's our first low-powered wizard. So she would become Arwen the White, which would be cool. I can't remember what. Oh, she has Nature's Wrath, doesn't she? No, Wrath of Brunnen.
She's got Wrath of Brunnen and possibly Renew.
Yes, I think you're right. So she gets +1 to her casting value as well on those, which so when she gets to later on, she still wouldn't be particularly highly defense, but good.
I mean, she won't
Renew on a 3 up.
That's actually
so
pretty
she
good.
lacks the Staff of Power, but she makes up for it by being considerably cheaper than Radagast.
Oh yeah,
and also if her dad's not there, she gets his sword, which is good against Ringwraiths.
Oh yeah. Although it's only Weathertop that he fights,
and that's our mission.
That's our mission that we go.
But the Balrog.
Oh yeah, it's a spirit. Yeah. Very good point. Aragorn is Bard the Bowman. Solid choice. Gimli is Thorin Oakenshield, King Under the Mountain. Legolas is Toriel, and Boromir is Dwalin.
Ooh.
Very, very interesting.
That's three Dwalins out of 6 lists.
Very interesting, actually, isn't it?
Dwalin's a thematic choice as Boromir in the sense of he's probably the most fighty of the Thorin's company.
A mighty warrior.
The mightiest. So fated to die.
Fated to die. Quick hunches, gut reactions out of those 3. Which do you think would be the most likely to make it to Mount Doom? I mean, they're almost all.
They're all very
Bilbo.
They're all Bilbo based. They're all got dwarves apart from one. The elf one will probably have no trouble. As we said before, elves are generally pretty good.
Yep.
A lot of the time if they've got elven made weapons, they're winning roll offs as well, which can work in their favour.
Yeah.
They're all high fight. They're all
although I mean, as we were just saying, the thing with winning the roll offs is there's almost no one that's going to match their fight value.
Yeah.
So it's not that important. But,
basically, I can't think of any evil heroes that have strike until you get well into War of Rohan and Gondor at War.
It's either going to be something like the Balrog, which is higher fight, the troll that some of them will tie with.
The Watcher has to fight 6.
Fight 6, yeah.
But that's when the Elven Blade will come in handy.
So I mean, it definitely will be involved at times, but it's probably not as big a deal as it is in competitive play when people are striking and
the vast majority of the time for the Fellowship section up to Amon Hen, you're basically completely outclassing your opponents, other than the Balrog.
Lurtz is fight 6.
He is now, isn't he?
And he has strike.
Okay.
Interestingly, we've had 2 elf-themed lists, several dwarf-themed lists.
Yep.
No Age of Men has not arrived.
My 2 lists that I tried to make work were, one was I was trying to put in all the kings.
Yeah.
So Balin, King Under the Mountain, Dane, Thranduil, just kings of or queens, and Galadriel as the wizard choice. But it basically got really expensive really fast.
Yeah.
And then the other one was I was going to try and do a man, so Council of Elrond calls, and the opposite of was it Turin Bars, where the elves say we got this. was the men go like it's the age of man is now, and
will
have
take the
like
ring.
basically one Rohan character, one Gondor character, one fiefdom's character, one thing. Actually, the men like you actually need more expensive hero. A lot of them are like 100 or less, and unless you take just a weird assortment, you're like, why would Aemma be there? And then
I toyed with the idea of completely ahistorical and a theme,
yeah.
but Christmas themed.
Yeah.
But sadly, because you can't take Radagast with the sleigh.
Yes. Radagast sleigh.
Because it makes him a chariot. Does it say no cavalry or?
I think it just says no cavalry. In fact,
it
yeah.
chariot?
So chariot,
It might
chariots allowed, but
say
cavalry,
that they
cavalry
have must have infantry.
They have to be infantry.
Yeah.
Sad. But I thought obviously take Santa Helm.
Yes, punchy
as,
Santa Helm.
as Father Christmas.
Can Radagast ride Gwahir?
No,
they
he
said
can
this
take an
specific.
eagle as a mount, but that would make him cavalry.
Make him
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, so I toyed with the idea of Santa Helm because it'd just be funny. But then I was like, well, who would be the Ringbearer in this situation? Like,
Yeah.
how would that make sense? And the best option would be Smeagol. Like thematically,
He's
but
Grinch, basically.
He's the Grinch.
He's kind of the Grinch, yeah, kind of works.
But then I was like, well, then who would be his companion? Like,
Who is like the antithesis to the Grinch?
Well, Max the dog is always with Grinch.
That's true.
I mean, Sam's the most dog-like.
Sam's the most dog-like.
Or Farmer Maggot, and then
Farm Maggot
Farm
for
Maggot
three
and
dogs.
dogs.
as the companion. That would be very. I mean, that would also be a really strong companion choice because then all the Frodo and Sam missions, you would have 5 models.
Yeah.
So like, there's the ones where they fight Gollum to start with, and it's like 2-on-1. You'd have 5, and then there's the ones where later on they get to go through Osgiliath and stuff, and you'd be like, I have 3 dogs to just throw against the thing. I do wonder if, because they're war gear technically, but I think I don't know. I feel so bad about killing them, but do you treat the dogs as heroes for the recovering strength rolls? So if they die, and you roll a 1, do they die?
Yeah, I feel you'd have to roll for them.
You'd have to
right?
roll
Like,
for them.
so
They couldn't be
it's not-
invincible, but
they could
also
die.
I would feel so bad if they died. It'd be awful.
I mean, one of the things that occurred to me just in terms of the list, there's only one list where Smeagol can actually be taken in the game, right? It's the Rangers of Ithilien.
Or Goblin Town. But yeah, one good.
No, but he's Gollum.
Oh, true.
It's a different profile.
Oh.
Um,
Is it now a different profile?
well, he's Smeagol in Armies of the Lord of the Rings, and it's Gollum in Armies of the Hobbit.
Okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I guess that's one thing is we are slightly also backwards compatibling it into, because there weren't, now all the army lists are Legendary Legions, whereas before it was army lists that then you could mix and match. So yeah, we are slightly backwards compatibling it.
But the other theme I really liked in terms of men lists was a Gondor themed one.
Yep.
Send Boromir,
Yeah.
Faramir, Denethor, Imrahil.
I did
Lots
think
of very good choices.
I
you
did
could take
think
there.
same theme as what we've all gone for of Bilbo suddenly realizing the ring is basically Isildur going straight away going, come on then, let's blow it up. But like he can't
But
be
somehow he's got a bunch of hobbits with him.
but he can't be your ring bearer.
No.
So I mean, I guess the hobbits lived near the Anduin at that time.
Yeah.
But you obviously couldn't have anyone named without doing the this isn't Hamfast, this is Bamfast, which is a bit
I
silly.
like Gil. Gil's the best.
No,
the best.
I bent my own rules there. I also bent my own rules because my list is 755 points.
Oh my god.
So I'm cheating, but I don't care.
I do think that the reason it's such a fun structure is because of the restrictions.
Oh, for sure.
And once you start bending some of the restrictions for like adding Isildur as the ring bearer instead,
Yeah.
the whole thing starts to crumble a little bit.
It would be nuts. It was more because Isildur era, there's almost no named characters other than Elrond, Gil-galad, Isildur, and Elendil shouldn't really be around, and neither should Gil-galad. So then you basically have Isildur and Elrond, and I guess Círdan.
Círdan?
Yeah. Galadriel.
Galadriel,
Celeborn's probably there somewhere, but that's a lot of points. I don't have any of that for sure. Okay. Votes. Best theme, including best theme out of our 3, and then best viewer submission theme. Let's do viewer submission first. For Thomas, your vote.
For best theme on viewer submissions, or that's a tricky one. I do. What was Duck's one again with the dwarves?
The Rosie and Sam are on.
Rosie
the
Sam.
thing,
I did really like that one. I think that is very cute.
They're on a date.
A very
Very
cute
good.
one. Yeah.
Jules?
I like the idea of Foreign's company accidentally going to the wrong mountain. I think that's just really funny.
That's good. I quite like touring bars, so we're kind of three different votes.
Wow,
there.
three-way
it's
tie.
a three-way
Okay.
tie.
And for us, you can't vote for yourself. Or you can if you want. I'm voting for myself.
I actually really like your one. I thought it was quite funny that
It's-
because you actually thought about the journey they would have to take back and who they'd
true.
pick up on the way, and I was kind of like, I felt like I half-assed mine basically
No.
in terms of theme.
No, you did the leaving, him leaving, and accompanied by dwarfs.
Accompanied by people you know, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go with yours just because we both picked Lobelia.
I mean, I think if we're talking theme, yours is kind of funny in a thematic sort of way. I think rules-wise, I don't know. I think mine could be a strong combo.
I think it's.
I think rules-wise,
Like-
the elves.
Okay, well, we'll move on to most likely to win. That's our second.
Most likely
category.
to win.
Most likely, win. Most likely to survive all the way to
Mount
Doom with losing the fewest members of the Fellowship.
I think both viewer and in our list, it's the elves, right? It's very hard. They're very good. They're very compact. They're very survivable.
To be honest, though, I also just think when you get, because a lot of the Ringbearer missions are like Frodo and Sam.
Yeah.
So having
a huge
having
quantity.
Bilbo and Farmer Maggot and 3 dogs, I think is probably
Huge. Yeah.
possibly the best combination of those two.
Yeah.
You miss out on the heroic moves and the heroic combat, but that's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
I did toy with the idea of if you took Frodo and Folco Boffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frodo can spend Folco's will to call heroic moves, and he's got 4 will, I think, which would be pretty good because then you could maybe get 7 heroic moves out of Frodo, which would be quite significant.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's a good cost as well, I think, isn't it? It's only 25.
He's cheap. He's 25 points.
I was looking at Lotho as well as Lobelia. So the 2 Sackville Bagginses and old Bilbo. So old Bilbo gets so sick of them, he leaves the Shire. And then the 2 of them follow him, being like, rah, 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 and then they somehow get caught up in the events. Least likely to win.
Oh.
I think they're all pretty strong. I thought we were going to get like a proper meme list that was ridiculous. Someone did, I won't say who, but someone did submit, they were ballsy. They did an all Hobbit, I think almost all Hobbit Fantasy Fellowship, and it was like 300 points.
Yeah.
I replied to them to say, like, you can have a lot more points if you want. They were like, oh yeah, maybe I'll
Stand by my choice.
Maybe I'll change it. But I like the ballsiness of the original choice.
I mean, we've talked about the potential for some like Hobbit death squads with sheriffs and stuff, but
like you say, it seems to hinge a lot on who you replace Frodo and Sam with.
Well,
as
that's
to whether
because
they're likely to
they're
succeed
in
or not.
every scenario almost.
But I think that's the problem, right? As soon as you take Smeagol, even though he's an option, you've crippled the list quite significantly.
Smeagol's not bad. He's fight 4, strength 4, and when you play Hobbits in Quest, you really quickly learn how bad strength 2 is, and
Yes,
how bad
that is
strength
true, yeah.
fight
on that
3
level,
is.
he's better than Frodo, but
He's
he only
got
has
no-
1 might.
1 might, no will, 1 fate.
Yeah.
And he's defense 4, which is still better than a Hobbit, but
But he's squishy.
he's squishy. He's not great. Yeah.
But of all our lists, I don't think there was one in particular that was very weak.
Yeah. I kind of want to see a combo of the King of the Dead and an Ent beat up Balrog. Because the King of the Dead can do 5 wounds a slash to it.
Yeah.
The Balrog, the Ent, although no, Ents aren't actually weak to fire damage, are they?
No, it's sort of a weird
oversight.
space.
You'd think, because it'd be interesting.
But the barrel could still set him in blaze, which is quite strong.
It's only like a strength 5 hit nowadays.
No, but continuously. Like,
Yeah, at least defense 8 or 7.
but like Rend wouldn't work on the Balrog. Well, actually, no, it'd be the same as.
It would, but it wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, as in like it would be the same as striking the Balrog's defense. I think.
Yeah. But I think that would be quite funny. I mean, like any of the missions where it's like, oh, you have the Watcher, the King of the Dead could just be like, boop, boop. Oh, you're dead in 1. Cool.
Yeah.
The Tariel thing is not very good, but an Ent at Helm's Deep would be very funny. An Ent at the Docks of Harlond would be very funny, I think. That was mostly the
Ent versus Mumax.
Yeah, I mean, Radagast and Sebastian facing down the Balrog on the Bridge of Khazad-dûm.
And now you've got 3 lovely Ent models you can use through your entire Fantasy Fellowship as well.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't bought them yet.
There you go.
We have a plastic tree bed in the garage, I think, but
Yeah.
I haven't got either of the 2.
There was the new Birch Seed, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really
It's a
lovely
quick
Forge
beam.
World models,
Yeah.
but I do not own them yet. Right, any last thoughts or learnings that you think? Do you want to try? Do you now want to try a fantasy fellowship?
I do. It's the classic thing. The more you talk about a hobby thing, the more you want to do it, right?
I know.
Does it give you appreciation for some like foreign company and other dwarf
I mean,
profiles?
I like Thorin's Company as a list anyway.
Maybe you should come on the channel and we'll do Thorin's Company versus Three Trolls.
Do some,
and you can play the Thorin's Company.
Do the new scenarios or something
That'd
like
be
that.
cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be fun.
I mean, I like Gandalf. I am trying to make a list with Gandalf the White at the moment, so I'm quite excited to get that on the table. So but yeah, it does. This classic thing, you start talking about something, makes you want to play it.
Well, maybe, I mean, we've always said if our Quest of the Ringbearer campaign ends in ignominy and Frodo dies, or a lot of the members die to the point where it's no longer sustainable, maybe we'll restart with a fantasy fellowship and see if we can get further. I think there's is it Planet Mithril, a really good YouTube channel. They've been doing a really long Quest of the Ringbearer series, and they've got to Lothlorien, or maybe just after. Yes, they've just started down on Hen, and the Fellowship have taken a beating. Spoilers, but go watch it. So that's really interesting. I think they're doing the same thing. They might restart with Fantasy Fellowship. So it's very appealing in that sense. I think I would probably not go with quite the so skewed substitute teacher Ents King of the Dead list. But
You'd want it to still be thematic.
Yeah, I think so. But maybe it would be, I don't know. Maybe we could do it as, I mean, fingers crossed. I hope the Fellowship, our Fellowship, this one, gets as far as they can go.
I'm excited to get to some later scenarios.
You're quite looking forward to Helm's Deep from what I remember, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's a long, long way away.
That's a way away.
It is a way off.
It's been about almost a year, just over a year. We've done about 8 scenarios of 60-something that we've got planned.
We keep stalling out on terrain is the problem.
Yeah, but Barlin's Tomb is an exciting one.
Oh, they're very exciting.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, we'll see.
That would be another fun. Maybe once we've built Barlin's Tomb, maybe we should do some Fantasy Fellowship matches.
Oh yeah, rack them up and see who can do the best. Yeah.
Who takes down the troll fastest?
I mean, I think King of the Dead in the end.
King of the Dead in the end.
Against the cave troll.
Again, not sure how Ents are getting down into Moria through that little doorway.
They can bend over. Like,
they could get through the first one.
no, wait, they can't bend over.
They can't bend over.
That's the whole
It's
thing.
to lie down flat,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah. You can very, very gently bend it.
He just lies on his back and the others just drag him through.
I think that's how it works.
Barlin's Tomb, it's probably tall enough that he can stand up.
Well, no, because the little door that the troll comes through, it's not much taller than a man.
Right, so the Ent smashes that door open, basically,
right,
maybe, and then that's why the troll comes. Like,
Yeah.
Bridge of Khazad-dû would be interesting, though.
In both
Just
of ours,
step over that.
in both of ours, it's Lobelia who knocks the body down the well.
Yeah.
She tries to open her umbrella and it knocks the
Exactly.
the bucket off the side.
Both of ours is Lobelia with Denethor.
I think that's very funny.
Lobelia who picks up the Palantir.
I mean, she's like, oh, it's shiny. I'll take it home. It might be worth a thing or two. No, thank you very much. That's more than enough waffling. I hope that you guys have enjoyed our delving into fantasy fellowships. It is holiday Christmas related. So this will be coming tangentially. So this is our excuse to get together and have a beer one evening and talk about fellowships. As you've seen in our viewer submissions, we picked out the best ones, which were people on our lovely Discord and people from our lovely Patreon, both of which you can join as a free or paid member. You get a bunch of goodies, so please come along if you fancy, see what's going on. Jules, what else can people do if they think we're interesting enough to carry on listening to?
I mean, you can like and subscribe to this video,
That's
as
really
you
important.
have heard from everyone on YouTube ever.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely comment.
That's really good.
We love a good comment.
Let us know. Put in your thoughts on a fantasy fellowship in the comments. We will read those, and hey, if we get enough, maybe we'll do another video where we talk about them.
Yeah.
We could stack rank them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could do the tiers.
Do tier list.
Do a fantasy fellowship tier list video.
Excellent.
God. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
But yeah, and then also find us on Instagram, on Facebook,
Yeah.
and whatever it's called now, Twitter, X, AI,
Oh,
Hellscape.
yeah, no,
We're not really doing so much on that one now.
That can go.
I think if you search for Striding Edge, you can find Striding Edge everywhere.
Well, but you find our...
We're not on the mountain though.
No, yes, Striding Edge is the mountain. We're Striding Edge Games, but both are good. One is named after the other. I'll let you decide which one. Thank you very much for coming on, Thomas.
Thanks.
It's been fun. We'll get you back on for, well, what do you think?
We've got another couple of lists. We'll talk about some lists and some scenarios.
Yeah.
I think another match play would be good fun.
Yeah, you want to come back on and do a match play?
Do a match play.
What do you fancy?
Oh, I think some Evil next time.
Evil in 2027, maybe?
Yeah, in
Once we
2027.
Once we all get together again, that's how long it takes.
Are you painting the list?
Oh, I've got to paint the list first. Then we'll see you in 2030, right?
Okay, cool. We will at some point be doing battle companies, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much for watching and have a lovely break. We'll have a bunch of videos coming out before or after around this because there's quite a few that are almost done. And have a lovely break. We will. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.